Welcome to your daily workout. Today's workout is heavy kettlebell lower body with some cardio bursts. All you need is a heavier kettlebell today and a small space. We'll start off with a quick warm up and then we'll get into it. Starting with an air squat, breaking down our form in this warm up. Feet are hip width apart, toes are forward, screwing your heels into the floor, chest is up, core is engaged as you drop your hips back. Drive your knees out at the bottom of your squat, stand all the way up, engaging your glutes at the top, taking it nice and slow, breaking down our form for about 30 seconds. So this is kettlebell lower body with cardio bursts. Like I said, try to use a little bit heavier kettlebell than normal today, but still use a weight according to your fitness level. Today's structure, we have 8 rounds of 3 different movements. Movement number 1 is gonna be a body weight cardio movement going into an in and out squat jump. Movement number 2, we have a heavy kettlebell low squat. And then movement number 3, another body weight cardio movement. So alternating between cardio movements and that kettlebell, keeping it simple today. Next movement, we have a good morning, warming up the hamstrings. Feet are about hip width apart again, toes are forward, hands are behind your head. You're gonna slightly hinge at the hips with a slight bend in your knee. Feel this in your hamstrings and then stand all the way up again, engage your glutes at the top, here for about 25 seconds. The time today is gonna be in short bursts. So again, we have several rounds, 8 total. For those 3 movements, we're gonna be working in the time of 35 seconds on, 15 seconds off. That is the structure for today. Simple but effective. We're here for about 5 in this good morning. Good, third movement here, getting the heart rate up a little bit to prep for later in our workout in those cardio bursts. We're just gonna jog in place. So jog in place here, still engage your core, get the heart rate up a little bit. Option is to step to the side to take some pressure off of your knees. Like always, you can refer to the timer on the screen for when to work and when to rest. You can refer to the preview in the corner for a quick visual. Otherwise, I will guide you through the entire thing, letting you know when to work and when to rest, breaking down our form as we go along as well. I'll offer modifications, so you can either make this workout a little bit higher intensity or more modified, whatever you need. Again, this is your workout. Keep the focus on you the entire time. Good. Next movement here, we're gonna go into an alternating glute kick. So you can place your hands in front of you, bringing your heel towards your glute, pressing off your opposite foot, alternating sides each rep, continuing to warm up those hamstrings, engaging the quads as well here for 30 seconds. So for the rest today, we just have that 15 seconds off in between movements. However, once we're at the halfway mark, so after round 4, we're gonna take a full 90 seconds off to recover a little bit more before we continue. So again, 8 rounds. However, after round 4, we'll take some rest before we move into the second half. Give me a few more here for 3. Good, last movement in this warm up, we're gonna go into an alternating quad stretch. Go ahead and bend at the knee, bring your hand towards your ankle, feeling the stretch here in your quad, shaking it out. Moving to the same thing on the opposite side, holding it for a few seconds, and repeat if you need to. You can hang on to the wall for balance here. Just wanna get those quads nice and warm before we continue. After these next 20 seconds, I'm gonna show you what those 3 movements look like. So we have that info beforehand, and then we'll get right into the workout, being efficient and effective like always. Here for 10. Good, go ahead and stretch it out one more time on each leg. Here for 3. And rest where you're at. Go ahead and shake it out. If you need to continue to get warm, you can go ahead and do so and press pause. Otherwise, if you feel like you're ready to go, we'll continue to get warm as we move into the first few rounds. I'm gonna show you what these 3 movements look like, and then we're gonna get right into it. Our 3 movements today look like this. So again, structured today, we have 8 rounds of those 3 movements, continuing to work through each movement, 35 seconds on, 15 seconds off, continuing to repeat. Once we get through round 4, we'll take a full 90 seconds off to fully recover before we work through 4 more rounds and complete today's workout, so you know exactly what to expect. There are no surprises. First movement here is an in and out squat jump. We have a modification as well. So it looks like this, starting in our squat position, feet are hip width apart, toes are forward. We're gonna create momentum, bringing our feet together, landing back down in the bottom of our squat, and repeat, engaging our core, keeping our chest up. Looks like this. Bringing your feet together, Using our arms here for balancing, creating momentum, driving our knees out here at the bottom, working on the balls of our feet, getting our heart rate up a little bit. Option for modification is to go into a squat with a side step. So keeping your feet planted as we start, driving your knees out at the bottom, bringing your foot together, back down to center, bringing your opposite foot back down, and repeat, making this a little bit lower impact. You can pick up the pace to increase intensity while continuing to take pressure off the knees if needed. That is movement number one. Movement number two, going into that heavy kettlebell squat. So to make sure this workout is effective, we wanna go heavier today with our kettlebell. So choose a kettlebell that is challenging for you, but again, meets your own fitness level. So starting in our squat setup, feet are hip width apart, toes are forward, screwing those heels into the floor, keeping our chest up. We're gonna squat down, starting with our kettlebell in between our feet. We're gonna pick it up, keeping our arms extended, engaging our glutes at the top, chest is up, slowly lowering down, pause for a second, and reset. This is movement number two. Modification for this movement is to use a lighter kettlebell, but again, the time today is just 35 seconds on, so wanna make sure we can go as heavy as possible. That is movement number two. Movement number three, last movement, is an alternating glute kick. So adding on to that glute kick in our warm-up, we're gonna add the jump now, bringing our heel towards our glute, alternating sides each rep, looking at this from the side. Bringing that heel up towards your glute as far as you can, getting our heart rate up, core is engaged. Modification is to go back into that walking glute kick like we just practiced in our warm-up, taking some pressure off the knees, but again, can increase intensity here by picking up the pace. Those are our three movements today. We are gonna get right into it. 8 rounds of those 3 movements, 35 on, 15 off. I'll guide you along through the entire thing. Let's take it 1 round at a time. We are gonna start the timer again in that in and out squat jump. We are on in 10. Top of round 1, movement number 1. We are in that in and out squat jump. Modification is to go into that squat with a side step. We are on here for 35 seconds, top of round 1. So in and out squat jump, bringing your feet together, landing back down in the bottom of your squat, driving your knees out again at the bottom, working at a consistent pace here, working controlled, core is engaged. We are here for 15. And rest where you're at, shake it out. 15 seconds off. Go ahead and grab your kettlebell. Movement number 2, we have that heavy kettlebell low squat. We are on in 3. Starting with our kettlebell in between our feet. Toes are forward, feet are hip width apart, arms are extended as we drop down and grab our weight. Standing up, engaging our glutes at the top here. Pause for a second. Drop our hips back as we lower down, drive those knees out, and repeat. We are here for about 18 seconds, so same thing in this movement. Work consistently, focus on form, focus on your breathing after that cardio burst. The intervals today fly by, so stay with me, trust me here. Give me 1 more, and rest. Good, carefully drop your kettlebell, move it to the side in 10 seconds. We are headed into our final movement of round 1. Going into that alternating glute kick. We're on in 2. Good, modification here is to bring your heel towards your glute. Walking here, alternating sides each rep. Hands are in front of you. If you want to pick up the intensity, adding that jump, same thing. Alternating sides each rep, closing out round 1, here for 20. Good, I want you to be intentional in these cardio bursts. The rounds today fly by, so want to make sure that we're making it through every interval, giving it our all. Good, go ahead and rest. Awesome job. You can keep your kettlebell at the side. We are back to top of round 2, movement number 1, in that in and out squat jump. We are on in 3. Top of round 2, Back to it. Movement number one, modification here in this movement is that squat with a side step. So bringing one foot towards the other, landing back down at the bottom of your squat. Otherwise, adding the jump here for 20. Good, here for 5. Rest, shake it out here. Focus on your breathing as best as you can as you grab your kettlebell, moving it in between your feet, back into that kettlebell low squat in 3. Good, dropping down. As you stand, engage your glute, chest is up, arms are extended, and reset. So this is round 2. This is what today's workout looks like, 8 rounds total. You know what to expect. So we have those 2 cardio bursts and then this one kettlebell movement focusing on heavy lower body. I want you to be intentional, like I said earlier, with every single interval. It flies by. So it's important that we continue to work, continue to stay focused, finish where you're at, and rest. Move your kettlebell to the side. We transition quick today too, so transition here as best as you can. We are back on to that alternating glute kick in 5. Good, closing out round 2 right here. For being efficient and effective, transitioning quick, making the most out of a short period of time. Go ahead and rest where you're at. That is the end of round 2. Next movement, back to the top of round 3 in that in and out squat jump. Catch your breath here. We are on in 3. Back to that cardio burst, in and out squat jump here for 35. I want you to push yourself today. We get 1% better every single day. We're gonna feel so good once we finish this workout. Right now, I want our motivation to be to make it halfway, which we are already so close to that halfway mark, and we will get a full 90 seconds off to recover. So again, trust me here, keep pushing yourself. You are doing so good. Here for 2, and rest, shake it out, grab your kettlebell, you know what's next. Kettlebell low squat in 5. On for 35. Good, again, even when you feel the fatigue, it's so important to maintain form. So continue to engage your glute as you stand all the way up. Here for 12. Awesome job, resting in 5. Drop your kettlebell, move it to the side. Third movement, closing out round 3 with a glute kick. We're back on in 10. Good, we're on here for 35. Great job here, continue to push yourself. We have 15 seconds left, then we have one more round, then we're already halfway, and then 90 seconds off. So again, do it for yourself, 1% better every single day. We're here for 3. Rest, shake it out. One more round before rest. 35 seconds on, 15 off of those 3 movements. We're back to the top in 5. Back in that in and out squat jump. Good. If you start in this jump and at any point you feel like you're starting to lose your form, when you feel the fatigue, then I want you to modify. Form first always. Go back into that squat with the side step. If you can stay here while maintaining form, even if you feel the fatigue, that's great. Stay right here. You got this. Here for 8. Rest where you're at. Awesome job. Pick up your weight. Kettlebell low squat in 5. Good. Make sure you're dropping your hips back and driving your knees out. As you lower down, I want to make sure you're not hunching over here. Protect your low back. You can also engage your core. Pull your belly button into your spine for more control. Here for 10. Good. Drop your weight, set it aside. We have 35 seconds before we are officially halfway and have 90 seconds off. We are finishing strong, working through the entire interval here, ending in a glute kick on in 3. All the way through for 5. And rest where you're at. Awesome job. We are officially halfway, just like promised. So in these 90 seconds, go ahead and let your heart rate come down as best as you can. You can place your hands behind your head, focus on your breathing, grab some quick water, whatever you need. So that is officially halfway through this workout. We're gonna repeat that structure one more time through, and that is it for today's kettlebell lower body class. Now you know what to expect. So in these last 4 rounds, again, I want us to take it one round at a time. I want us to continue to push through, focus on mental toughness here as we make it through each interval. Looks the exact same again, so you have no surprises in this workout. So in 40 seconds, we're gonna be back to the top, starting with round 5, movement number 1 in that in and out squat jump. We have about 10 minutes left total, and that's it. So again, being efficient here in this class. Grab some quick water right now if you haven't already, stretch it out. We are back to the top in about 25. Good, 1 half down, top of round 5, movement number 1 in 10. You are doing so good, 1 round at a time. Back on in 3. Back to the top in this in and out squat jump. Same goes as round 1. Try to maintain form here, work at that consistent pace. Don't save the intensity till the end though. I want you to find it right here, working consistently and trying to maintain throughout the remainder of these rounds. Here for 10. Good, resting in 3. Rest where you're at, shake it out, grab your weight. Set it in between your feet. Driving your knees out as you pick up that weight, back on in 3. "35 seconds flies by, that's halfway. Here for less than 18. Finish where you're at, final 5. Good, drop your weight and rest. Going into that glute kick. Take a deep breath in and out. We're back on in 3. 35 seconds in that glute kick. All the way through here for 5. And rest. Amazing job. Shake it out, take a deep breath. That is the end of round 5. Heading to the top of round 6. We are back on. Stay with me here, you're doing so good. We're on in 3. Back in that in and out squat jump. Option at any time is to skip the jump and go into a squat with a side step. That is perfectly okay. Just focus on continuing to move as best as you can. If you do need to break it up, you can stop, shake it out, take a deep breath for a few seconds, and then jump back in when you can. You do not have to be perfect in order to see progress through this workout. It is meant to be challenging. So if you're feeling the burn, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And like I said, you are doing so good. Go ahead and rest. Grab your kettlebell. It's a big accomplishment to take time out of your day, reserving it for yourself to get better. So that alone is a success right there. Go ahead and pick up your kettlebell on for 35. Good, stand all the way up with your weight. Continue to engage those glutes. Here for 5. Good, rest where you're at. Set your kettlebell aside, back into a glute kick. Good, 2 more rounds after this. We're here for about 18. 2 rounds and then we're done. You're done with today's workout. You can move on with your day. So stay with me, stay focused here. This is the point where we start to hear that voice that tells us to slow down, tells us to give up. We start to feel the fear a little bit when we feel the discomfort. So I want you to stay focused, calm that inner voice. I know you can do it. I'm right here with you. 2 rounds to go. Second to last time here in this in and out squat jump. We are on in 2. Do it for your future self. You got this. All the way through the timer. Rest where you're at. Great job. 15 off. Second to last time here in this kettlebell low squat. On in 3. Here for 35. Just a couple minutes left of today's class. We're so close. Here for 10. All the way through the timer for 3. And rest, set your kettlebell down, closing out the second to last round with the glute kick. Good, you know the drill. Back on in 3 for 35. As you feel the fatigue in this movement, make sure you're bringing your heels towards your glute as best as you can, working on the balls of your feet here. 20 more seconds. Good, resting in 5. And rest where you're at, shake it out. We have 1 round to go, and that is it. 35 seconds in those 3 movements. We are done with today's class. We made it through 7 rounds already, just 1 more to go. We're gonna finish together with confidence. Last time here in this in and out squat jump. All the way through the timer for 10. And rest. Pick up your weight. That in and out squat jump goes away. It does not come back. Last 35 seconds with our weight, closing out this heavy low squat. One rep at a time here. Final few seconds. Squeeze your glutes at the top for these final few reps. Less than 10. All the way through for 3. And rest. We have 35 seconds left of this workout. We are ending with a glute kick, finishing strong, working through the timer together. We are on closing out this workout here into last 35. That's halfway, final 15. Do it for your future self. We are so close. Here for 8. Resting in 3. And rest where you're at. Take a few seconds here. Focus on your breathing. Let your heart rate come down. That is the end of today's lower body class. Focusing on that heavy kettlebell squat and those cardio bursts. Amazing job. You made it through. Go ahead and continue to stand, walk around a little bit until your heart rate comes down. And then when you're ready, you can transition to the floor. Like always, we're gonna spend about 2 to 3 minutes stretching it out with a quick cool down. Good, go ahead and slowly come to the floor. We're gonna start by stretching out the quad, starting on the left leg. So you can extend the right leg, slightly bend the left, bending at the knee here, leaning back as far as it's comfortable, feeling the stretch here in your quad, and holding it here for about 20 seconds. Then we'll move to the same thing on the right side. So awesome job. I hope you are as drenched in sweat as I am. That was a quick but efficient class. We had 8 different rounds, focusing on 3 movements. Movement number 1, we had that burst of cardio and that in and out squat. Movement number 2, we had that heavy kettlebell low squat. And then movement number 3, another burst of cardio in that alternating glute kick. Go ahead and move to the same thing on the opposite side, stretching out the right quad, holding it here for about 20. So again, way to stick through. The first 4 rounds felt a little bit different than the second 4 rounds. That was the purpose today. That's the purpose of these workouts, continuing to build in fatigue, being efficient and effective. So way to take time out of your day to show up for you. Good. Moving into a hamstring butterfly stretch on a single leg. So we're gonna bend the left leg this time, extend the right, and then slightly lean forward, bring your hand towards your toe, feeling this in your hamstring and then a little bit on the side glute, holding it here for 15, and then again, we will switch sides. If you are new here, I have 3 different class types. I have lower body, upper body and core, and then full body. Good, go ahead and switch sides, holding it here for 30 on the opposite leg. I have a few different class variations with equipment. So we have kettlebell workouts, dumbbell classes, my original program, and then resistance band workouts. So lots of different options here to make sure these home workouts never get boring. You can also refer to my dietitian inspired recipes on my app or my nutrition course, talking about some key nutrition concepts on how to reach your goals and make them stick, going through nutrition basics. Good, go ahead and extend both legs now, stretching out both hamstrings at the same time, reaching your hands towards your toes, closing out our cool down here, holding it for about 15. Good, awesome job today. Once again, holding it here for the final 3. And rest. That concludes today's workout of kettlebell lower body with cardio bursts. Way to show up for yourself. Thank you so much for working out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.